Surfing is a crazy sport. There's no need for you to be in the water at that time. You might get eaten by a shark. I do not feel sorry for you. I feel bad, but not sorry because you knew the thing was there. What's crazy is you even have experts that defend sharks. I don't even know when this started. When did we start defending killers? Like, we defend them. They're out there in the ocean, they're killing and stuff. And then you have these shows, Discovery, Shark Week, 50-50, shark experts. And they come out, hi guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about sharks. Did you know that sharks aren't the mean killers everybody paints them out to be? Sharks don't even like eating humans. They don't. How do you know this? How do you know this? I mean, for things that don't like humans, they've eaten a lot of them, You have to admit. They've eaten a hell of a lot. Surely the memo would have gotten around by now. No, they don't like eating humans. What happens is they get really confused, because from underneath they see you paddling on the surface and they mistake you for a seal. They think you're a seal and they come up and they grab a bite, and then by the time they realize you're not a seal, it's too late. It's not their fault. They're just sharks. I'm like, really? Why don't those same people come and defend like black people when people are saying black people commit crime, black people crime? Like, why don't they have those same people there, Like, these blacks always robbing people, these blacks always, and they come and, well, actually, guys, black people don't like crime. Yeah. What happens is they get like really poor because of things that have happened in the past. And then like some of them resort to criminal activities to try and make ends meet. And so when they see you from far, they just get confused because you look like an ATM. Because you freeze every time they see you. You freeze. And then they poke you and money comes out. Yeah. It's not their fault. They're just poor. It's a lot of rubbish. That's what it is. Sharks don't like people. How do they know? Do they ask them, don't like, tastes like Marmite. I don't surf. I sit on the beach and I enjoy it from there. It looks beautiful. I enjoy it. And I'm sitting on the beach in Malibu. And it's during the week, so it's really empty. There's just one girl surfing out there, California babe, and she's rocking it, and she's got long blonde hair and tan, looking very fake, and just like, she's riding her board and doing her thing, and all those unnecessary surfing moves that people do, Just stay here, there's no need for... And sure enough, at the end of it, like she's doing those things, and the wave comes like, and I was like, you're dead. But she wasn't. And she comes out of the water, and she's having the time of her life. And she looks over at me, and she's like, hey there, are you like gonna come in? The water's like super amazing. I said, no, thank you. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you. You're very good. Keep it up. She's like, OMG, you talk funny. No, I don't talk funny. You talk funny. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa. She's like, oh, wow. Like Africa? How did you get here? What? I used my monkey grip under the plane. How did you get here? She doesn't even wait for my answer. She runs. She's in the water. She's doing her thing, surfing, having a good time, doing those things. She comes back out, and now all of a sudden we're best friends. She runs out onto the beach. She's like, hey, Africa. I'm like, hey, America. So like, you don't surf at all? I said, no, I don't. Where I'm from, we don't really surf. Johannesburg, there's no surfers out here, She's like, that's too bad. Like, do you guys have waves in Africa? Do we have waves? A grown human being asks me if we have waves on a continent. Like, no, we don't. Yeah, by the time the water gets to our side of the world, it's just so tired. It's just, so worn out from all the traveling. It tries, but it's, Do we have waves? She's brilliant. She says this and she runs back into the water. And every time she goes out there, it's like she comes back more stupid. It's almost like she's fishing for stupidity out there. It's almost like there is a shark. She's like, yeah, ask him this now. Ask him this. Because she comes back, and I'll never forget this. Till the day I die, I will not forget this conversation. She comes back onto the beach, and she stands next to me, and she's taking off her wetsuit, and she goes, so, Africa, can I, ask you a question? said, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
If you're like from Africa, have you like ever had AIDS?
You know what's funny? Is I wasn't offended by the fact that she said AIDS. But I was offended by the fact that she said, ever had AIDS. Like AIDS is something you could had, like a passing flu, just, you know? Hey, John, I didn't see you at work last week Thursday. Where were you? Yeah, bro, yeah, I had a bit of AIDS there. I just hit me hard. I took some Corinza, now I'm back, bro. Ever had. And you know, I know as a child of a continent that's ravaged by this disease, it's my job, it's my duty to educate people when I meet them. You know, it really is a part of who I am. But you know when you look at someone in their eyes and there's no hope. It's just that old SABC tone, just like, doo. You know, so it's only two of us and I'm bored. I figure, why not have some fun? And so I look at her and I'm like, yes. Yes, America. I've had AIDS many, many times.
She's like, oh, wow, really? Oh my God. So aren't you gonna be like super skinny and dead or something?
I said, no, AIDS is not as bad as you think. It's just like chocolate, you know? You just shouldn't have too much at one time. You're just like, AIDS. Oh, too much AIDS. Oh. And then you stop for a bit, and then after you're like, more AIDS, you know, you just chill.
She's like, wow, is it like chocolate?
I said, yeah, you should try it sometime. She's like,
No, that's disgusting. So then if it's like chocolate, then it's gonna get all melty and I'll be covered in like AIDS chocolate and I'll be all sticky and I'll be all dirty.
I was like, yeah, then you just take a shower. No, what are you? Oh no, don't you laugh at my president. Damn you people, damn you. I don't accept your laughter, damn you. Don't you laugh, this has nothing to do with that great man. Turning my jokes against me, no. I will not participate in this madness. How else do you get clean?
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah, click. Nice. I'll never forget the day I saw a picture of Barack Obama meeting Nelson Mandela for the very first time. It's a beautiful image, and it's of the two men in silhouettes. In Chicago, Nelson Mandela sitting in a chair, Barack Obama leaning over him. And this was way back in the day. This was before Barack Obama was a blip on the presidential radar. He was a junior senator. Not many people knew his name. Back then, he was driving around in his own car, no motorcade, had his aide with him. And that day they heard Nelson Mandela was going to be in Chicago meeting people. Barack Obama wanted to meet him his whole life. And so he rushed over there. And he was the last person Nelson Mandela saw, the last person he saw that day. And I always imagine Nelson Mandela was sitting in the room and his assistant came over. She was like, Mr. Mandela, I know we said we are done, but unfortunately there's just one person who would like to meet you, sir.
I was like, Zelda, I'm so tired. Can we leave?
No, I know you want to leave, Mr. Mandela, but there's a young man that you really need to meet. His name is Barack Hussein Obama.
Barack Hussein Obama. He's American.
Yes, that's correct.
He's going to have a tough time. Where is he?
He's right outside the door.
Okay, show him in. Show Barack in.
Okay, I'll be right back. And she went over to the door. She's like, Mr. Obama, Mr. Mandela will see you now. And Barack walked in. He was super excited to meet his idol. Nelson Mandela was sitting on the chair. He looked over.
Young Barack, how are you?
And Barack was like, oh man, Nelson Mandela, man, this is the craziest day of my life, man. I can't believe this shit right now. I can't believe I'm meeting Nelson Mandela for the first time, man. Oh man, I waited my whole life for this moment. I'm like, I won't be just like you, man. I read your books, man. I saw what you were doing in prison. I was like, I'm gonna be the first black president of America. I'm gonna do the same things you did, man. I'm gonna win those votes, and I'm gonna be the first black president of America.
And Nelson Mandela was like, not with that voice. You will scare the white people.
Oh man, Nelson Mandela, this is the greatest day of my life, man. Oh, I don't even understand how man, I just want to know from you, how do I do it? How do I do what you did? How do I become the first black president?
Well, first things first, we need to change that voice. You don't sound like you are going to lead anything.
I don't know what you mean, man. I don't know what you mean.
You are speaking so fast. Slow it down. You are not being chased anymore.
I never thought of it like that, man. I never.
Slow down, slow down.
Okay, I guess I do speak fast sometimes. I could
Slower than that.
I could slow it down. I could slow it way down. Is this good?
That's better. Now, you need to make sure you add some bass to your voice.
I don't know why that's an issue.
Imagine if I spoke like this. Do you think people would have voted for me? No, I would still be in jail. Bring some bass.
Okay, I could try to I could try to bring some bass. Is that
Lower than that.
I could go lower than that. Is that good?
Lower than that.
Lower, way down. I could keep it here. I can keep it here.
That's better. Now, very important. To be a first black president, your pacing must be powerful. Every word must seem like the last you will ever speak.
Wow, that's powerful, Mr. Mandela. Let me try to speak like that. Does that work?
That's good. Very good.
I can feel it.
Yes, now for the magic touch. To be first black president, you need to have the husk. No more husky. That's it, you are getting it now. That's it. I think you've got it. Now repeat after me. America.
America.
No, the husk. Bring the husk back. America.
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 America. America. Yes, I can feel it. Say, this is my country.
This is my country.
Yes, this is my dream.
This is my dream.
Yes, I can feel it. You are going to be the first black president.
I don't know. Do you think we can do it?
Yes, we can.
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 You've got it right. Now go get them, my nigga.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things?
It's crazy. I'm loving it. Living the American life, trying to do it. It's crazy. You know, so I had to learn how to drive out here, which was fun. To get a car, obviously, which I just almost couldn't get. You have to fill out forms, and then they want your credits. And in America, credits is very important. I don't understand the concept. I'm in the car dealership, and there's this Asian gentleman helping me. We're going through the forms, and he says, "So how long have you lived in America for?" I said, I haven't lived here for long. He said, "Oh, this not good for you. This not good for you." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "No, you cannot lease car in America unless you've been here a long time, because then you don't have credit, okay? You don't." I said, "Well, I've got the money to pay for it." He said, "Yeah, that's not the point, okay?"
That's not the point. In America, okay, in this country, we want credit, okay? Our country focus on credit. If you got good credit, you can buy anything. We don't care about money. We want credit. I said, well, credit is the assumption that you can pay back the money. He's like, no, that don't count here, okay? In our country, you have good credit, you can buy anything, okay? You got good credit. He's like, our country. And I was like, look, I hate to be rude, but when you say our country, do you mean our because you live here now? Or our because the Chinese own it? And he was like, it's a bit of both, okay? Yeah. But no credit for you, no car. Okay, goodbye. I had to just buy myself a car, you know, this horrible thing, drive around. And that's the worst thing, driving in America, wow. On the other side of the road, you feel like a rebel, you know? Until you see the other cars coming, and then it's not so much fun. You know how many times I did that just going to the wrong side? And don't trust movies. It's not easy to do that whole thing. No, people don't just drive and no, they stop. They just look at you and go, what are you doing? In the movies, you drive past. What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to? No, they don't drive. They just wait for you to turn around, and the street is so small. You're doing one of those turns, just watching them in your shame, just like it's horrible. I had to practice for months. It was the worst. I remember I drove into a street once. I thought I'd learned. It had been months. I'd been doing it well. And then I turned into the wrong way. And I saw this little old Asian lady driving towards me. And I was like, no! And there was nobody else. So I swerved the car around. I was like, whoa! I was like, yeah! Hero! And I drove, and there were 50 cars coming this way. And I was like, you bitch! And I told my friend the story. I told him this. I was like, oh, this is what happened. And he was like, oh, that's so funny, man. That's so funny. And he's like, who was driving the car? I said, a little old Asian lady. And he's like, oh, yeah, you can't say that, man. You can't say that. I said, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you can't say she's Asian. I said, why not? He's like, yeah, because that's racist. I said, what, that she's Asian? He's like, nah, if she's a bad driver and you say she's Asian, that's racist. So let me get this straight. Asians are not allowed to be called bad drivers. Is this not racism in itself? Everyone else is allowed the world of bad drivers. But if I'm driving on the freeway behind an Asian person and they're swerving around, and I go, this bad driver, you drive like crap. And I pull up next to them, I'm like, oh, no, sorry. You're not a bad driver. You're just Asian. I'm sorry. Racism in itself? It's madness. So now what I had to do was get around using a GPS, you know? Decided to get one of those. First, I tried to be a cheapskate. I thought, get a phone with a GPS. That was a horrible mistake. Bought myself one of those iPhones with Siri. Oh, your assistant, she talks to you. She listens to you. If you're American, she doesn't understand one word I say. I don't understand why. I speak English, and they're talking to her. Doom, doom. She's like, what do you need? I'm like, Siri. Please call Peter. You want pizza? No, cancel. Siri, I need pizza. You want pizza? No, Siri, I want pizza, not pizza. You want pizza? No, Siri, what's going on here? You want to, Siri, you're not making sense. Siri, are you having an attitude with me? You tell me. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Siri, just listen to me. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Siri, just, bitch. Dialing mom. What the hell? This is horrible. I had to buckle down and buy myself a real GPS to get me around, which has been working like a charm. If you don't have a GPS, you get yourself one. It's the best thing you'll ever do. Just don't make the mistake I made and buy it from Craigslist. I bought one off Craigslist, and the guy who sold it to me didn't tell me that it was a Spanish language GPS, which was not so good. I didn't understand anything she says. Look, I still get around because the arrows are in English, thank God. But otherwise, it was just horrible. And I hated it the first few days, and then I fell in love with her. She's just, you know, I don't understand why more Americans don't speak Spanish. It's such a sexy language. I'm sitting there and like all the men in here, you want to feel like a man. You get yourself a Spanish GPS. Oh no, you don't understand. Traffic never sounded sexier. It's just like, I just punch in random destinations and she guides me around. She's like, dun dun. Sigue todo que para conocí. En 200 metros sería la derecha. And I'm just like, oh, shucks, Tom Tom. You say that all the time. This is sexy, you know? She guides me around. It's beautiful. I love that. I'm going to learn Spanish because of that. Spanish has gone up my list. I had a few languages in Spanish. Spanish was like 6th language. I spoke 4 languages in South Africa. And then the 5th language was going to be Japanese. And then Spanish was, but now Spanish has gone up. Japanese I've had to pause because of the earthquake. There's not that many of them traveling now. So it's sad. There's no one now. There's like walk around the streets, just, you know. But Spanish has gone up. Because I was getting good at Japanese, don't get me wrong. I was getting really good. You know, I could say, and it's a great language. It's powerful. Because you speak Japanese from your chest. It makes you feel strong. Hey there. Yeah. Very strong. Whereas English you speak from the head and the chest. You know? Do you know what I mean? You speak it head and chest. You wouldn't know this. You wouldn't know this if you listen to many coastal girls in America. Like I've been in places like California where women insist on speaking English from their nose, which is not the correct.
Yeah, like, oh my God, are you guys gonna like do this? And I was like there with Tiffany and we were talking and
that's not the right way. You're not using your lungs. I know this because when I choked her, she sounded exactly the same. Jesus. Then she's like,
oh my God, you're like totally choking me right now and I can't breathe and this is so not on. I am so gonna tweet about this. This is like the worst thing ever. Oh, I am so dying. OMG.
You know, it's horrible. Whereas Japanese is strong. Japanese you speak from the chest, you know. A lot of the Americans are learning Chinese, I've seen. You know, Chinese, I see people say, you gotta learn Chinese. They're taking over. Chinese. Ni hao ma. Shi xing ni. Chinese. It's too late. It's too late to learn Chinese. It's over. No, it's true. It's true. Because it's also one of the hardest languages in the world. I mean, how do you learn Chinese now? Just, you know, they've got over 10,000 characters in the alphabet. You know this? 10,000 characters. We've got 26 in English. And there's still people going, what comes after Q? 26. This is, you know, 10,000 they've got. That's super smart. Although they must have the worst Sesame Street in the world. It must suck being a Muppet in that country. I can just see them on a Monday morning singing to the kids. 5 years later, it's just horrible. Horrible. Japanese is easier. 3,000 characters and a stronger language. I mean, everything in Japanese is strong. Even the greeting. Konnichiwa. Power. Thank you. Domo. Arigato. Power. Yes, it's a great language. You can say other things as well, like kujire gambare, which means good luck, dolphin. Granted, not very usable in everyday language, but yeah, it works, I guess, you know, it works. I could also say other things like, niwa torigaita, which means, look, the chickens are running around. You laugh, but I've used this successfully on many occasions. By many occasions, I mean once. I was in an airport, standing at the baggage carousel, and this Japanese guy came and he stood next to me. And we're standing there, and I look at him, and I've been waiting for years to speak Japanese. I was super excited. I was like, what? This guy's Japanese. And he's like, I can hear you. Said, oh, sorry, I thought I was thinking. Are you Japanese? He's like, yes, I am a Japanese. I'm like, oh, konnichiwa. He's like, oh, konnichiwa. Pleasure to meet you. I said, oh, domo, arigato. I said, oh, arigato mashitaimase. You speak very good Japanese. I was like, oh, yeah. So I looked over and I went, kujire gambare. I'm not a dolphin. But thank you for the good luck. I was like, I can't believe this works. Looked over, I was like, huh? Niwa, torigai ta. He was like, I don't see the chicken anywhere. You speak a very strange Japanese. Where did you learn? I said, I learned in all different places, all over my life. Why do you speak English with a Japanese accent now? I don't know. I get carried away. You freaking me out. I'm freaking out too.
You guys have been so much fun, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming.
Oh, I'm walking over here. That was all I thought New York was before I came here. I just thought it was a city of people almost getting run over. Just everyone walking into the street, a taxi rolling up, slamming the hood. I'm walking over here. What's wrong with you? You want some coffee? I didn't even know what that meant. All I knew was one day I was going to go to New York City. And I too was going to almost get run over by a car. I had a dream and I set out. And you know what? It's a lot harder than it seems. You know, in the movies, they make it look simple. They make it look like you run out, the car almost hits you, you do that thing, slam the hood and then move on. But it's not that easy. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. It's all about being precise. You have to get out there at the exact same time that the taxi is there so that it stops so that you can hit the hood. Right? If you don't have the guts and you come out too late, the car's gone. It's a waste of everyone's time. You just look like a mad person now. You're just like, hey! I'm walking over here. If you come out at the exact time as the car, then you just get run over. That's just pointless. You know, it's like, hey, he was walking over here. What's wrong with you? The worst though is when you come out too early, because that's just awkward for everyone involved. Because you come out and then the car stops, but you can't reach the hood. It's just like, hey! Come here. No, come closer, please. I want to tell you a secret. Come here. No, I'm from Africa. I have a dream. Please come closer. I just want you. I'm walking over here. I love this city. Are you kidding me? New York. My dream was to come out here. As soon as I got here, I was like, this is it. There is an energy in this city that exists nowhere in the world. New York, New York. I love it, everything about it. You know what fascinates me about New York? Is how much people trust the traffic lights. I have never seen anything like it. You must remember, I come from an African country, and all over Africa we have traffic lights, but we don't use them. Right? It's less of a command and more of a suggestion. It's not stop, it's stop. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like an African traveled the world, saw that other people had traffic lights, and then just brought them back, but didn't know what they were for. Like the guy was just like, guys, we need to get traffic lights, huh? And people were like, what for? It's for the intersection. It adds atmosphere. But no one actually knew what it was about. We don't care about the lights, and we don't trust the lights. But in New York, I've never seen it. People trust that light with their lives. I was walking through the streets one day. I was walking next to this man. I'll never forget this, right? He's standing there on the sidewalk, and the light changes in our favor. And I look to the side, and there's this truck that is barreling down the road. And I'm looking at the truck, and as soon as the light changes, the guy next to me, he just steps out into the road. And so instinctively, I stuck my hand out to protect him. I was like, yo, dude, there's a truck. And he was like, it's okay, we've got the light. I said, yeah, and he has a truck. In a game of rock, paper, scissors, you lose.
But he was so confident. He was like, it's okay, we got the light. Come on, let's go. And he walked out there. He didn't just walk out. He stared that truck driver down as he was crossing, just looking at him like, I've got the light. I've got the light. You know I've got the light. You know I've got that light. I was running behind him, all apologetic. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I would have stopped. I've never done this before. I'm so sorry. I walked with that man for 12 blocks. And let me tell you, I have never been imbued with the confidence of another human being the way I was with him. I started that day thinking and pondering before stepping out. And after a few blocks with him, I started believing. And after 8 blocks, it was the only way I knew how to live. I had my phone out. I was tweeting and texting. I didn't play games. I'd be looking down, look up, the light would change, and I was out. I didn't care if a truck or a train was coming towards me. I was out. Because I've come to realize in America, if you've got the white man on your side, you can do whatever you like. You just roll. What an exciting time it's been. I couldn't have chosen a better time to come and live in the United States. Huh? What an exciting time. I'm surprised that with everything that's happened, it hasn't all burned down. I've been coming to the United States on and off, visiting for almost 10 years. And what was great about visiting on and off was I got to experience America in snapshots. You know, I would feel what the people were feeling. I would get an idea of what the populace was going through. And I'll never forget how every time I came to America, one of the biggest things I noticed was how Black Americans were having a tough time. I remember the first time I came out, I was staying on the West Coast, and I met a young African-American man in Compton. And we were hanging out at a comedy club. And this guy, he looked over at me and he's like, hey, yo, Trevor. He's like, you the dude from Africa, man? I said, yeah, I'm one of them, yeah. He's like, yo, man, I can't front, B. It's an honor to meet you, man. It's an honor to meet you, man. Yo, man, I always wanted to meet a dude from Africa. You an OG, man. You an OG. I was like, thank you. He's like, yeah, man, you know how hard it is out here for a black man? Dude, I can't front, man. You can't get no jobs, man. The cops be on your ass all the time, man. Yo, I finna go to Africa myself, man. Yo, I'm gonna go to Africa with you, man. I'm going with you, B. And I was like, yeah, if you buy the ticket, we can roll. I mean, let's go. And I connected with him today. I felt something. Fast forward a few years later. I remember I met a beautiful black woman down south. I was doing shows in Birmingham, Alabama. And this woman came up to me after the show, and she connected with me instantly. She was like, Trevor, baby, can I just tell you right now, I ain't never met a stranger I felt so connected to. When you talk about Africa, when you say those things, I'm like, oh man, oh Lord, I wish I could go with you. Tell me all about the motherland, baby. I want to go to a place I can call my own. I want to go to a place where people don't look at me like I don't belong. Tell me all about Africa, baby. Tell me all about it. And I could feel what she was saying. And I knew that people weren't having a good time. And then you fast forward to 2016. And I'll never forget that moment when Donald Trump closed the lead, had a 1 in 2 chance of being president of the United States. And for the first time in my life, I had white Americans coming up to me going, so Trevor, tell me about Africa. What's going on out there? It's, sounds like a plan, am I right? What is it, motherland? Motherland? Yeah. I should come with you. Ali Boombaye, count me in, buddy.